Drewski. What? Buddy, do I look like Drewski? Buddy, do I look like Drewski? Buddy, do I look like Drewski?
Today I'm going to be talking about Dalton Godfrey. Dalton is a 20-year-old streamer on Twitch who doesn't have that much of a following, with 3K followers on Twitch and 2K followers on Instagram, averaging anywhere from 6 to 20K views. And the one word I have to describe this guy is clone. Because the way he's trying to blow up on Twitch is being a clone of every other streamer out there, like Jinxie or Queso. As you could probably expect, the content this guy makes is extremely fucking cringy and corny. Everything this guy does is an obvious clip farm, and it's just the worst videos I've ever seen in my life.
Do y'all think I am a clip farmer? Yes! Yes! Bro, I am not a...
The way he acts is clearly just for a camera and for views. And it clearly doesn't work because this guy really doesn't have that many followers. Like I said, it's an okay amount, but I really don't think he's gonna blow up for doing the cringy shit that he does. For some reason, within the little fan base that Dalton has, there's a running joke in the community where people say that he's copying Queso. Obviously, it's because he is. Then he'll just over-exaggerate himself, flipping out about it, and make it just cringy. Like, there's no other word for it. I don't know why he does this. Because all it does is get him made fun of, and it doesn't really look like he's blowing up off of it.
20th Queso. I'm not Queso. I'm not Queso.
Something I find kind of crazy is that Dalton was able to get a reaction from I'm Dante. I'm Dante had basically the same exact stuff to say about him as everyone else does. And hearing his input on it is actually hilarious because he just also calls him Queso.
Oh my god, chat. I'm telling you, my feed has been just clones. This guy really believes that he's like Queso. Like the next Queso.
1 by 1 Lego piece!
I wish I'm Dante already knew about what I'm about to say. Little did people know, or actually they probably did know, to be honest. Dalton was being a little naughty behind the cringiness. So one day when I was scrolling through Instagram Reels, one of Dalton's videos came up, and somebody in the comments said that this guy was caught talking to minors.
What?
This honestly can't come as a big surprise because this guy plays Minecraft and Valorant, the two communities that house the most weird and cringy ass people you'll ever meet in your life.
I'm not corpse.
Your voice is deep as hell.
It's really attractive too.
It is.
Thank you.
Luckily enough, the person that commented this on Dalton's video was actually an account named Dalton is Bad. And this account literally has all the evidence there is of Dalton speaking to 15 to 17-year-olds. So this whole thing is kind of hard to piece together, but I did the best I could. The first thing I'm just gonna get out of the way here is when he was talking to the 15-year-old. There literally isn't any evidence at all about him being sexual or anything towards this 15-year-old. So none of that is true. These are just allegations. The 15-year-old in question did come forward and say that they were having normal conversations and just sending TikToks between each other. And that's all there is to this whole thing with the 15-year-old. Who knows what their conversations actually were, which is the scary part, and I don't know why Dalton is befriending a 15-year-old when he's 20 years old. So I just think it's weird either way. But as for the 17-year-old, there's a lot more to talk about, because Dalton was actually in an online relationship at one point with this person. So there's a lot of messages to go through. I'm only going to be going through the ones that I find important though. But before we do that, I want to say that I know a lot of people might think that this isn't weird because he's 20 and she's 17. Honestly, if you don't think it's weird, then you're probably weird yourself. I'm pretty sure in Dalton's state, he wouldn't get in any legal trouble for this, but I think anybody would find this weird, or that might just be my opinion. So to start out, let's look at the messages of him clearly flirting with this 17-year-old. In this message, Dalton says, "Do I look good? Do I look fine?" She says, "Like handsome, yes." He says, "You don't. I'm attractive. I just said you're handsome and perfect. You're amazing, respectfully." So obvious flirting from her end. But then we have 20-year-old Dalton saying that he loves the 17-year-old. It's just fucking weird. She also tells Dalton that she actually has a girlfriend, but sometime later they broke up and she confided in Dalton again, where Dalton says, hey, please tell me what happened. I'm really worried sick about you right now. I care for you." And the 17-year-old responds with, "I'm being dramatic, but me and my girlfriend just broke up." And Dalton says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Nikira. I was just so worried about you. I forgot how you was feeling. I'm sorry. I won't pressure you about it anymore." Then they go on to constantly say that they care about each other and that they love each other. The person Dalton is talking to seems to get into these weird age-gapped relationships a lot online. And this is exactly why the internet isn't safe for people like that. Because she came out and said that this other guy named Flex, which is also 20 years old and has a girlfriend, I'm pretty sure in real life, is asking her to be his girlfriend online. So obviously prior to this, they were talking for quite a while, I'm assuming, which is also insane. So whoever Flex is in the same boat as Dalton right now. This girl then also says, "Yes, I'm 17 and he knows that. Me and Flex did do something off stream and he shouldn't have said something to his viewers because it's over. Literally one time thing. I was stupid and mentally crazy that day. I miss Dalton and he thinks I don't care about him." This girl is literally brainwashed. Dalton ended up finding out about the relationship because the girl told him that they were doing stuff off of stream. And after the girl told Dalton, he says, "You flirt with him and not me? You can flirt with me, baby." Like, bro, she's 17 years old. He then proceeds to yap about how he feels about her, saying, "I know you said you don't love me, but by the way you treated me and the connection we had made me feel like there was something more between us. I can't deny that I have feelings for you." Yeah, Dalton, I think it would have been better if you did deny that you had feelings for a 17-year-old girl. But, you know, you didn't, and it only gets weirder from here because, believe it or believe it, Dalton was also talking to a second 17-year-old. This one to me is a lot weirder because Dalton actually ended up going on a date with this person. I'm pretty sure he was talking about real life, but I don't know, it could have been a Discord date. After the person Dalton was on call with figured out that the other girl that Dalton went on a date with was 17, she thought it was extremely weird, probably because she has some common sense. And everybody in the chat started calling Dalton Diddy.
Diddy? No, not Diddy. Why are we talking about Diddy?
How, Shelby? I mean, no.
That's a rumor.
I don't know. I don't know what Shelby's on about. Me and Shelby, we went on a date probably like 3 weeks ago. So I don't know what. Probably because you're hitting on other girls.
Date with Shelby?
Yeah, I want to date with Shelby.
The date Dalton was talking about was them actually going to prom with each other. And that's when almost everybody started to think it was weird because 20-year-old Dalton is going to prom with a 17-year-old. Is he like a super senior?
I'm not a nice guy. It
Ain't
wasn't
no
a date.
party
just
like a
prom.
Diddy party. Yo,
What?
Christmas. It wasn't a date, just a prom. Oh,
That's still a date. Though.
prom?
That's still a date though.
That is a yeah. Shelby, I don't claim him.
What?
Sorry.
Wow.
And something pretty weird that leads back to the 15-year-old that Dalton was sending TikToks back and forth with. One of the other 17-year-olds he was talking to pretty much exposed him in their own messages of asking to sleep call with that 15-year-old. If nobody thinks this is weird, then I don't know what to tell you. You're weird yourself. These messages start off strong with the person saying, "You are a grown adult, don't vent to a minor for like an hour just dumping your problems on them. Shit is weird as fuck." Dalton says, "You told me you cared about me, so you don't. I was being nice, dude. Obviously not just gonna say, go fuck yourself." Then the person said, "Like you'd ask her to answer messages on stream." Dalton says, "And that was May because we send TikToks to each other for the TikTok streak." Does TikTok even have streaks? Like, I haven't been on that shit in so long. And if we go back and look at what the 15-year-old's name was and what they were talking about in the first place, it's definitely the 15-year-old that he was trying to sleep call with. And this screenshot right here has the proof of him asking if she wants to sleep on call. So overall, Dalton has been in an online relationship with one 17-year-old, has gone to prom with a different 17-year-old, and has asked to sleep on call with a 15-year-old. Yeah, he's fucking cooked. And to add to it, you know, he's just a shitty queso jinxie clone. But anyways, that's pretty much all you need to know about this guy. I'm done talking about him. He's just a massive cornball, and he's extremely weird. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching.
We did it! Yay! We did it!
No DJ Khaled, but we the best. Them chops howling, where you a best. If I catch you, I'm locking you down.